Yo, it's your boy Jeno. In today's video, we're going to take a look back at anime called Erased. And yeah, this one was stuck in my mind for whatever reason. And I remember watching it back when it released 8 years ago. And yeah, there was like a lot of things I wanted to like talk about back then before I even had like a channel. But now that I have a channel, I feel like I can talk about this anime. Now, there's some good stuff here and there's some bad. A lot of people really enjoyed this anime, but the problem was probably the ending, and we'll probably get to that later on, guys. So yeah, Erased, guys, it has released almost 8 years ago, so it's been a long time now. I feel like it only has like 12 episodes, and I'm gonna just tell you about the story real quick. In this anime, we actually get an older protagonist this time, a 29-year-old character called Satoru Fujinuma. And yeah, we get to see how his life was, and honestly, his life kind of sucked for me at least. He just had like a sucky job, delivering pizzas. It seemed like he didn't have like a lot of friends, kind of a loner type of person. The one thing that makes him special is that he has this very unique power called revival, and this power he can see through the future and see like her. Whenever this power happens, he knows that something horrific is going to happen, as we see in the anime. He was just delivering pizzas one day, and he gets this revival flashback. He notices someone having a heart attack. Yeah, Satoru, he's like an unselfish guy, as we see. Like, he will literally risk his life to save this guy who had a heart attack, and unfortunately he didn't make it. But he was going to run over a kid, but luckily he stopped it. His power is very, I wouldn't say it's powerful, but I mean it's kind of random. It happens very random, is what it looks like, and it has to be like in a specific spot for it to happen. And it seems like it has to be something bad. No idea what the power, how he got the powers. They don't explain it, and I don't think you need to know about these powers and stuff. But yeah, really cool concept here. Very interesting here, and yeah, when he saved the kid, he unfortunately got himself injured. He got hurt. Whenever he was in a hospital, he was visited by a character called Ari Katagiri, and yeah, she was working there in the pizza shop with him. She's like a younger character, like 17 years old, and I don't know if she was supposed to be like a love interest here because the mom was like joking about it, and I thought that was weird here, but I didn't think she was. I think she was just like a friendly person here. And let's talk about the mom, Sajiko. Uh, yeah, we're gonna just call her mom though. She also visits him in the hospital, and they hang out. And when they're about to leave, like the the store, and Satoru gets his revival powers here, and he wants help from his mom and asks like if she sees anything suspicious, and she claims that he has. This is not his first time asking this kind of weird question, right? So, but she listens to him, and she sees for anything suspicious, and she finds an adult with a kid, and what it seems like was happening was he was about to kidnap her, but luckily these balloons came out of nowhere and made like this loud noise, so he couldn't like take her without anyone noticing. So he leaves, but the mom like gets her phone, takes a picture of his license plates number, and yeah, she seems like really smart. And we found out later on that this killer might be the same killer that might have happened long time ago. 18 years ago, we found out that there was like this horrific kidnapping when Satoru was like in school, and his friends got kidnapped, and they never found like the true murderer. I think they said that someone went for jail, but they say he didn't do it or something like that. But yeah, either way, someone got kidnapped, and it just sucks that it happened. And honestly, Satoru, he knew the person who got kidnapped, and he feels bad about not doing anything. So yeah, the mom, she seems like she found out more about this killer, whoever it is. Whenever the mom was home, the mysterious man like snuck into her house and stabbed her. And once he was about to leave the house, the apartment, whatever, he sees Satoru, and he didn't know him, but he got like a great look at him. So who knows, that might have helped. And yeah, he goes inside their house and sees like his mom bleeding and like dead. He was like in shock, didn't know what to do. And then this lady comes out of nowhere and straight up blames him already. Just bad timing, I guess. But he was like in shock, and the cops were already there. So he runs away under like this freeway, whatever. And for whatever reason, he gets like this trigger of revival. And instead of going like a couple seconds back, he goes back all the way back to like 18 years ago when he was like a little kid. This was the same exact timing where all the kidnappings happened when he was a kid. So perfect timing for him where he can actually do something instead of nothing from last time. It stopped from his mom from getting murdered in the future. In the rest of the story, it's just him being a kid. He's trying to be more friendly with all these characters who got sadly kidnapped, and we're gonna talk about one of them here. And I guess I can talk about the characters here. Let's talk about the most important one. That is like Kayo Hinazuki, the first one to get kidnapped. And yeah, we learn a lot about her. And yeah, the first thing we see is that she was getting very abused by her mom, and her mom would like hit her, but like in spots where she could hide it with her clothes so she wouldn't get caught. And it seems like a lot of people knew about this abusiveness, but no one did nothing. So Satoru decides to do something. He tries to tell the teachers, the principal, and I think even his mom. In the end, like her mom was he had this crazy plan here, and it was a good plan. And the mom refused to give up Kayo away to like child protective services, right? So this is where the grandma comes in, begs her own daughter to like stop this, and we found out that she was getting abused by her husband, and that doesn't excuse her for hitting her child. So there's that, and she cries, but Kayo didn't care. So in the end, Kayo leaves with the grandma instead of, I think that's better than leaving with going to like a foster care or whatever. Grandma lives far away, so this was like the last time they will see each other, maybe, for everybody. She gets to leave, and Satoru kind of does his mission here. So the only thing was left was the other students, and the same thing will happen. And we kind of found out who the killer was. The killer was none other than the teacher, guys. Gaku Yashiro. Now, this was kind of obvious, guys, because he was literally the only like adult that Satoru talked to this whole time. I mean, there was his mom, but she wasn't a murderer, and there was literally no one else that I feel like they didn't talk about. So I think they should have done is they should have added more characters here, like a janitor or like other suspicious people, because there was like a suspects list, and Gaku was in it. If they wanted to make it less obvious, they should have done more characters than just one of them. I get it was only 12 episodes, but man, you gotta put other characters because it was kind of obvious. And yeah, it was kind of a shock for Satoru because he was kind of being friendly to him, telling him everything. He was telling him all the secrets of what they were doing, what their plan was, and all that stuff. So it makes sense why Gaku like kind of got to Satoru. So yeah, Gaku's plan was that he was gonna get one last kid for like to kill or whatever, but Satoru stops him again, and this time he was gonna just kill Satoru. So they go into this car, and we find out this was like a rental car, and he puts like his seatbelt and he's stuck in it, and Gaku just gonna leave him in like a lake and drown him. And before he even like tries to drown him, There's one thing that Satoru said, and that he knows his future, and the TV goes black. And probably the big shock here is that Satoru gets in a 15-year coma. That kind of sucks for him, and not only that, but his mom was taking care of him for this whole time. Seemed like she did so much sacrifice here with this, because she had to probably quit her jobs or get like multiple jobs just to pay these crazy bills. And Satoru wakes up, it's 15 years. He claims that he's amnesiac and doesn't remember nothing, so they don't know what happened to him 15 years ago, but he really does. His friends come up, they're way older now. Kenya Kobayashi, he was like a smart little kid, and now he's like a lawyer. And then there's Hiromi Sugita. He was actually another victim, and I think he became a doctor too. He tells them who did it, and they had this elaborate plan to get Gaku to admit what he did. He didn't technically kidnap those kids, but he still thought of it. But he still like threw Satoru in the car and gave him a coma, so that's still a crime. So yeah, they went to the roof, and yeah, Satoru just beat him easily. It was not even like a, he beat him like he read him like a book so easily. Gaku in the end goes to jail. Good for him. I will say one thing also is that we never got like the backstory of Gaku Yashiro. We know that he was the killer, right? But like, why did he become like this crazy kidnap killer? Is my question. And he became so smart too. We saw that he would plan his like attacks very carefully. He would even frame other people for his crimes too. As we see, like, did he like read this crazy book or something? Or how did he know every single detail here? Is my question. So we never got to learn like his backstory or why he became this crazy smart criminal, or his backstory, because not anyone can be this smart and become a criminal, guys. But that's just my one annoying thing here. And then also there was like this bus here, this abandoned bus. The kids would use this as like a hideout, right? And Kaya was hiding out here because her parents being abusive and all, so it was better to her to be like in this bus where she wouldn't be hit here. And coincidentally enough, we found out that the killer uses the same bus here, and I know the bus was like covered in stuff, but he came into the bus and smashed some boxes and left. And Kaya was inside the bus. So yeah, cool. I didn't believe none of that. He would have seen something here or known something was different from this bus, and that would have been the end of it. Kinda weird. I know it's like an abandoned bus, but who uses like an abandoned bus? Like, what are the chances? You know what I'm saying? I don't know. I didn't like that coincidence there. And let's talk about a character I haven't really talked about. That's Ari Katagari. So yeah, whenever Satoru goes to jail, they go back in time, by the way. I forgot to mention that. But yeah, she tries to help Satoru tell people that he was innocent, but no one would believe him. And the reason why she didn't believe him, because of a crazy story of what happened to her dad. This is when she was young, but we found out that they were at the store and he was caught stealing chocolate here, and he denies that he stole it. And for whatever reason, I don't know what happened, but I think he went to jail and he quit his job, or he got fired. He got a divorce, he left and never came back, all for like a chocolate bar. So I found that a little bit extreme. I found Ari an interesting character here. I didn't really know what her plan was. Like, she wasn't like a love interest here. When Satoru got in a coma, we know that he's like older now, so we got to see all the other kids. And I guess the big surprise here was Kayo, and you know, she got to live a happy life. And she reveals that she has a kid, and a lot of people have problems with this, because a lot of people thought that Kayo and Satoru would be together. And I saw it too. They just show so much teasing between the two. You know, they're holding hands one time and slept together the other time, you know, accidentally. and Satoru didn't call her pretty, so I'm pretty sure he really did have feelings for her, but he probably didn't care about the relationship things. He just wanted to save her, you know, from the kidnapping and stuff. It sucks that she decided, and no one's talking about this by the way, but she also got married to the other student, Hiromi Sugita. He was also a victim of the kidnapping too, by the way, but he was also a friend of Satoru. So when Satoru was in a coma, these two hook up and had a baby together. I don't know, I find that kind of messed up that you slept with this, or you went with this girl. Out of all the girls that are free, he decided to get Kaio. I don't know about that one, Chief. I just find that one a little messed up. That, I mean, you saw all that teasing they did together when they were just kids. I know they were just kids. Satoru was, who knows if he was ever gonna wake up, but damn. And this is also I don't know, 15 years is pretty long for a coma, by the way. I don't know how long comas usually last, but that is pretty damn long. But luckily for Satoru, a lot of people will say that, you know, it does suck that he got in a coma and lost a lot of his life years there, and also his mom too. And they never explained like how they paid the bills and stuff like that, but whatever. But I still think he has like a whole lot of life ahead, guys. I think he's barely 26 because he was, because of the coma and time travel thing, whatever. He has a lot of life left ahead of him, and we get to see in the ending he became what he wanted the most, and that was like be a manga artist. He got his dream job, and he's with his friends now, Kenya, and it seems like this life is better now than what he used to have. You know, a pizza delivery job with no friends, nobody, and he does get to see Ari once again, and I don't know what they're gonna do together. So, and yeah, guys, I think that's about it. I know there are some things here I probably missed, but it was I know it's just 12 episodes, but there's like so much stuff in there. So yeah, guys, that's the end of the video. Let me know your honest thoughts. Am I going crazy for this anime? It was really good, very entertaining. 12 episodes, they're very intense. Every episode ended with a cliffhanger. You just wanted to see more of the story because it was just so unique, differently. And could they have done a bit different way to end it? Sure. I think it's a fine ending. So yeah, guys, let me know your thoughts on this anime, and I'll be sure to like and subscribe, and I'll see you next one.